Hello, my name is Vladdy Hazelnut, and I am the CEO and co-owner of Custom Classics, where we build cars and run a drag strip. And this video is to show you the glitch that the Pathfinder server code has done to our car. It's basically made our vehicles inoperable. And if this rolls out, unless we can fix it, I don't know what we're going to do. We are on the beta sim at your path test little area where you have the meetings, and I am on the path test viewer that you put out, the release client, in case you needed to know that information. And we will res out a car. These are high prim mesh cars, no attached bodies. They sit on a root prim that is on the ground, the square here. They don't ride on the wheels. They ride on a root prim that turns physical when you get in it. And it is in the features it's set to prim, not convex hull. And the rest of the car is set to no physics shape. And we'll get in the car. And we sink in the ground. Not supposed to do that. It should be sitting on top of the ground on the root prim. And it just does this on SL ground. And here I can't move. I'm hitting the forward key, the backward key. You can see the wheels moving left and right. But the car is not going anywhere. I'm stuck. If I bump up the gears fast enough, it will move. Still stays stuck in the ground. But it will move, but you have to bump it up enough gears to get enough power to overcome the friction. Okay, let's test to see how this works on a prim. We'll res a car out onto this little big test track that I made. As you can see, there's our root prim, and it sits right on top of the little prim track that I made. Nice and flush, like it's supposed to. We'll hop in the car. And it doesn't sink like it did on SL ground, but it won't move. There I'm trying to go forward and it's not doing anything. I'm trying to back up. It kind of looks like it wants to back up, but it won't. See, the tires will move back and forth sideways, but the car just won't go. If I go up a gear, it'll have enough power to overcome it, but it drags. It's pulling really bad. It's not the way it should work. We'll return. And normally, when you return, it's going to break it too. One of the things you can do that'll make it work is you can stand up. And after it loads again. Okay, and we'll hop back in it. Now it'll probably work. For some reason, if you get out and get in again, it'll work. See, now it works. We'll shift up into drag gear and shoot down this track a little bit. And now when you get to the end of the track, this is where we have return. Let our return and take us back to where we were to begin with. And the car's broke again. Won't move. So every time we make a run down the track and return to the beginning, car breaks, which means you have to get in and out of it every time. And that's not going to work. Okay, here we are on the Custom Classics sim. And we were on the Magnum server. And I was going to shoot some video and show you all the problems that we were having as far as our cars having issues and the lag and stuff like that. But while I was on the beta sim shooting another video on what it did there, they changed our server to the Second Life server here. So this is where we're at right now, in case you need to know. But at least I can show you how the cars are supposed to work now. So let's do that real quick. I can't use the same car that I did in the other video on the beta grid because I don't have that car here, and I don't have this car there because of the way the inventories work. But they're both the same car, they just look different. They're both our Gen 6 grip, high prim, no attach, same thing. So here I'll jump in this one, and I'll back up. See, I can back up. I can go forward. I can turn. Everything works the way it should. This is how the cars should operate. You can see they run a little bit smoother. I'll hit return and put me back where I was. And the car will move. It didn't brake like last time. Here we'll stage and make a run real quick. You guys can see what we actually do. And this is why we have the return feature. It'll pull us right back to where we were. That way we don't have to drive all the way back around and it takes forever. So there you can see the normal operation, the way the car is supposed to run. Actually, I'll take a drive around the sim. Oh, it's nice. Somebody left the car out. Now this is on regular, like, Linden land. It's just grass. We don't have any prims down or anything here. So on the other sim, on the pathfinding sim that was running the other server code that you guys put on the Magnum servers, when I would hop in the car, it would sink down into the ground. Now we'll hop into this one, and we can see it's not going to do that. It sits here like it should. I can move forward and back. It didn't break on me or anything like that. And if I can find a Magnum server on the main grid, I'll go run a test there as well. I'll have to look for that though, and then I'll shoot another video. Okay, here we are back on the main Second Life grid. We're at the Magnum RC Sandbox 1. You can see we're on the Magnum server, running the new code. And we'll res out one of our cars. Let her load. We'll hop in. And it does the same thing it did on the beta sim. Sunk into the ground. Won't go nowhere. Won't back up. Won't go forward. So, same old crap. Okay, now we'll res the car out on a prim. And we'll hop in it. And it won't go anywhere. See wheels turn left and right. I'm pushing the forward key, not going anywhere. Backs up, won't go forward, but pulls when it backs up. We bump up the gear. There it'll move, but you can tell it's dragging. So basically we're getting the same thing we were getting on the beta sim. If you have any other questions or need any other info, contact Flabby Hazelnut or MB Robonaut, and we'll be happy to help you out. Give you whatever you need.